Live from the new media studio here at beautiful Valley High School, this is Falcon Flash. Good morning, students and staff. Today is Tuesday, March 12th. We continue to celebrate Women's History Month by recognizing the first Native American woman to get her medical degree. Susan LaFlèche Picotti was the first person to receive federal aid for professional education and the first American Indian woman in the United States to receive a medical degree. In her remarkable career, she served more than 1,300 people over 450 square miles, giving financial advice and resolving family disputes, as well as providing medical care at all hours of the day and night. As a child, she had watched a sick Indian woman die because the local white doctor would not give her care. Picotti later credited this tragedy with her inspiration to train as a physician so she could provide care for the people she lived with on the reservation. She enrolled at Hampton Institute, one of the nation's first and finest schools of higher education for non-white students. The resident physician there, Martha Waldron, encouraged her to apply to the Women's Medical College. LaFlèche received scholarship funds from the U.S. Office of Indian Affairs and the Connecticut Indian Association, a branch of the Women's National Indian Association. After only 2 years in a 3-year program at WMCP, Susan LaFlèche graduated in 1889 at the top of her class. She remained in Philadelphia to complete a year's internship and then returned home to provide health care to the Omaha people at the government boarding school, where she was responsible for some 1,200 people. Susan LaFlèche set up a private practice serving both white and non-white patients. Along with her busy practice, Picotti also raised 2 sons and nursed her husband through a terminal illness. In 1906, she led a delegation to Washington, D.C. to lobby for the prohibition of alcohol on the reservation. In 1913, 2 years before her death, she saw her life's dream fulfilled when she opened a hospital on the reservation town of Waltz Hill, Nebraska. Let's learn more about this courageous and pioneering woman.
One childhood experience by a Nebraska woman was so influential it determined her life purpose and mission. Susan LaFlèche Picotti was born into the Omaha tribe in 1865. As a child, she witnessed a sick Native American woman die after a local white doctor refused to give her care because of her race. This event inspired her to train as a physician to provide care herself on the Omaha reservation. Picotti became the first American Indian woman in the entire United States to receive a medical degree. After graduating at the top of her class in Pennsylvania, she returned to her home reservation and provided health care to over 1,200 people. After marrying, she moved to Bancroft, Nebraska, and started her own private practice. In 1913, she fulfilled a lifelong dream by opening a hospital in the reservation town of Waltz Hill, Nebraska. Today, that hospital is a museum dedicated to her work and the history of the Omaha and Winnebago tribes. I'm Natalie McCauley, and now you know Nebraska.
Dallas?
Thank you, Ms. Gibbs. Good morning, Falcons. Here's today's Falcon Flash. Bible Club meets today in 10-1 at lunch. Pizza is provided and all are welcome. Link Crew leaders, we have a special event coming up tomorrow and need to meet briefly at the end of fourth period today. Teachers, please release your Link Crew leaders at 12 by noon today to report to Ms. Chan's room in 108. We are excited to be heading to the Ocean Institute in Dana Point for prom this year. Here's a short video of the location located right at the edge of the Pacific Ocean.
Sign-ups for prom court begin next week starting Tuesday. The last day to sign up will be Friday, March 22nd, and on that same day, there will be a meeting discussing the rules and requirements you need to participate. There will be reminders all of next week, so stay tuned. Also, tomorrow there will be a huge reveal, something seniors have been impatiently waiting for. Make sure you and your friends are watching the Falcon Flash tomorrow morning because we will be revealing the prom theme. Excitement is in the air as spring begins to dawn. To celebrate the season, we are having our Spring Spirit next week. Kicking it off with Denim on Denim Monday and Taurus Tuesday. On Wednesday, we get to the root of rebirth with our Strawberry Fields Forever theme to inspire the inner farmer within you. On Thursday, you can pick the era, either past or future, as you spring through time. And finally, on Friday, we will all be blooming falcons in our traditional blue and gold for our spring assembly and sports rally. Join the fun and dress to impress for the opening of spring.
Thank you, Magali. Good morning, Falcons. Today we'll be talking about sports. Varsity softball traveled to Saddleback yesterday. The Falcons took care of business in a 19-2 win. Crystal Santana drove in 5 runs on 2 hits to lead Valley. Haley Leone and Tiffany Cruz also chipped in each other with the RBI. Shayla Zamora led things off on the rubber from the Falcons. She surrendered 2 runs on the 5 hits over 5 innings, striking out 9. Faith McMillan led the Falcons with 2 stolen bases. The girls traveled to Costa Mesa today. Keep it up, girls. Falcon football superstar Eric Pineda and Miguel Quiros were honored last night as the National Football Scholar Athletes. These outstanding players and elite athletes will have their names forever enshrined in the National Football Hall of Fame. And that's it for today's Falcon Flash. And remember,
Falcon Fever, catch it!